This video content is not intended for children.
Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. Today we're going to finish unboxing the Mega Box sent in from Pleasanton, California. If you haven't seen the last episode where I go through the first half, check it out. Let's see what other treasures this box contains. Holy cow. We got a whole stack of Yum soft plastics. SAWFT, soft. First off, we got some Yum stick baits. Probably Yum dingers. It says creature assorted because I have a feeling this is from the bargain bin. Here we have a Yum 4.75-inch Swerm. So that's like a soft plastic jerkbait, minnow imitator. But the thing is, it has a big eye. I guess that's how it gets attention. Pretty cool. Here's another package of Swerm. Smoke red pepper. That's an interesting color. Here's another pack of Swerm. This one, electric chicken. Getting bigger here. Big Swerm. Another pack of Swerm, the big ones. This one is not a Yum brand. It is a Man's Hard-Nosed Worm 6-inch red and black shad. That's a good looking worm. Here's a package of Fluke Stick Juniors. Check it out. It's like a stick bait, a soft plastic stick bait with a little forked tail. Another package of Big Swerm. Yet another Swerm. We got another package of stick baits, just like that first one. Another package of Swerm here. We got the white, is it called Pearl? Pearl Rainbow. We got a 5-inch Yum Dinger in Junebug. We also have a Bad Mama, 4.25-inch Bad Mama. Good looking flipping bait here. Another package of Swerm. And another package of Bad Mama. Good assortment here. Lots of Swerm to try out. Some flipping baits. Some soft stick baits. Awesome. Awesome assortment of soft plastic. Let's see if I can get it back in this bag. It's like putting on pants that are too small. Awesome. So far, so awesome. Let's keep going. Got some stray hooks here. Alright, here we have a track down controlled sinker Mystic Minnow. I'm not too familiar with this. Good looking jerkbait here. Sinking jerkbait. Mystic Minnow. We got 2 ball chains here with hooks on the bottom. I'm not exactly sure what these are for. Actually, here's another one. Does anyone know what you use that for? Is it an accessory? Very good looking bait here. Looks brand new. The eyes on that are almost, yeah, what is that? It's almost like a rogue. Not sure who makes it. Good looking prop bait though. Here we have a Yo-Zuri 3DB minnow. Floating minnow. It's a good looking Yo-Zuri bait here. Looks like a perch pattern with a dot on it. A perch shad. A church pattern. Here's another jar of old power bait. Good looking power bait here. I don't know if I would still use this. I think it's old, maybe from the 90s. Still has that glass bottle and metal top. Here's an Arbogast hula popper. Bait of champions. It says it right there. I've got a few of these, but I don't think I've ever caught a fish on one. Most of mine have dry rotted skirts. I think I probably found them somewhere. Anyway, people swear by this one. I'll have to give it another try. Here we have some Uncle Josh's floating trout bait. So this is black glitter trout bait. It's still sealed, so it's probably still soft. It looks like dough, kind of like power bait. Has anyone out there ever tried this? Uncle Josh's trout bait. Looks pretty cool. Here's a Potski Bait Company fire bait, more trout dough. I do like trout dough. I have a high success rate when I fish for stocked trout with power bait dough. I wonder if this Potski is just as good. Here's another Uncle Josh's trout bait. More floating dough. Never tried Uncle Josh's before. I'd like to give it a try if it'll ever stop raining. Here we have Gulp salmon eggs. Floating Gulp salmon eggs. I don't think I've ever tried these before. I've had success with power bait power eggs. Yeah, I might have tried some Gulp eggs one time, some red ones. Anyway, new color here. I'll have to give it a try. Here's an Apex spoon, a lifelike spoon. This one looks like a trout. It's pretty awesome. You know, if you fish somewhere where there's like stripers feeding on trout or big bass feeding on trout because they were stocked there, I bet this would work great. Here we have another Selmo brand. I'm not sure what this is. Is this like a jerk bait? See how the eye is right up in the front. I fished a saltwater bait before with the eye like that, and you just kind of twitch it and it kind of jumps back and forth. Maybe that's what you do with this. Not too familiar with that. We have another package of jig heads. These are pretty big. Not exactly sure what you would use a jig head this big for. Maybe fishing a big grub or something. 3/8 ounce. That's pretty cool. Here we have another ale magnet. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. Saltwater series. Good looking bait though. Shiny, shad-like crankbait here. I bet that could get a bite. Here's a package of Kalen's 3-inch seismic grubs. So this is like a grub with a boot tail on it. That's pretty cool. Here we have a game fish spoon by Apex for bass, walleye, and northerns. Here's another alley magnet. It says magnetic weight transfer system. I guess that's the gimmick with this bait. All of these alley magnet baits. Ale magnet, I'm not exactly sure how to say it. Good looking bait here. It's like a topwater walking bait. Here's a Strike King Diamond Shad. This one looks to be a little bit older. Let's see if I can get the sticker off so we can actually see the lure. No, the packaging is kind of fragile too. It's kind of hard to see in there, but it's a good looking Strike King lipless crankbait. It's got a shad pattern with like bleeding gills. That's pretty cool. Diamond Shad. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Here we have a Rebel Pop R. A lot of people swear by this one. It is a good looking popper, but I haven't had much luck with one. I will definitely give it another try this year though. Let's keep going. I still see a few more items in there. Here we have a couple of electronic trout killers by Trout. So this says it has an E-chip inside, an electric lure. It contains the electric E-chip for up to 8 times more strikes. Does it have a battery? Do I need to replace a battery in this? I have no idea. I've never heard of this. Cool gimmick though. I like gimmicks. Whoa, we got some stray hooks here. Easy. All right. We'll take a look at this one first. This is a Bill Norman. Bill Norman's new Reflectin' Baby N. So it's a clear plastic crankbait. It's kind of got a metallic inside and that black dot behind the gills. Pretty cool. I like the old box. Bill Norman Lures. We also have some Deadly Dudleys from V&G. Speckled trout, redfish, flounder, and other game fish. It's a saltwater lure. Looks like a grub with a swim bait tail. Kind of like a slider. Good looking bait here. Here we have a package of Radiant salmon eggs. So this is more of those cured salmon eggs. I bet I could fish for stocked trout with this. If I could get it to stay on the hook long enough, I bet I could catch something. Here's another package of Swerm. Had a few of those earlier. Here's a package of Zoom Trick Worms, Junebug, and Chartreuse. This is the big bag here. Lots of trick worms inside. Here's a package of Kalin's 5-inch triple threat grubs. Is that really 5-inch? That's crazy. Kalin's triple threat grubs. Here's another one a lot of people swear by. We got a Rebel Wee crawfish. So it's like a hard plastic crawfish imitator. I don't know that I've ever caught a fish on one of these. I definitely need to try it this year. I think I'm going to try a little more smallmouth fishing. At least I hope to. Here we have a Warden's flatfish. It's got a big sticker on it, so I'm going to show it from this side. Good looking bait here. This is a classic. I've never caught anything on one of these. And just so you know, made in Mexico. Alright, we got some cream reusable rigs here. I've seen these at my local Walmart. We got 2 lizard rigs. They come pre-rigged with that little twirling, what would you call that, a little spinner in the front. I think I have a few of these laying around, but the worm version. Just a few more items left. Here's the original GoldenEye peanut. It's like a spoon shaped like a peanut. Don't think I've ever seen one of these before. That's pretty cool. Here we have the original Rapala floating. Still in the box. I got a bunch of these somewhere. I got it at an antique store. Always a welcome addition. These are classics. When I was little and I used to look at Walmart and other stores, Kmart, Sport Mart, the fishing section was always loaded with Rapala. Last item. Awesome. Another Zaragoza. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. This is the old packaging. Look at this. Made in Mexico. Underwater walking bait. So it's like a jointed stick bait. See the joint there? But it sinks and you're supposed to walk the dog underwater. I definitely got to try this one. Wow, what an amazing box full of fishing stuff. Thanks again to Michael in Pleasanton, California. This is even better than I expected, and I had a good feeling about this one. The variety of bass, trout, and panfish lures is outstanding. Thanks again for sending it into the show. And thanks again to everyone who sends something into the show. I try to put all the mail that is sent in on the show, and I try to keep it as realistic as I can. And you can't teach that. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.